ver qué pasa ahora.
No me acaba de divertir este bicho.
A mí este no. Me acaba de decir.
No me divierte, no le veo nada como.
Sí,
Una águila normal me divierte.
Vale, ahora ya sí que se ve bien. Vale, ahora ya se ve bien.
corre, si consigues llevarle un trozo.
A ver.
Pero puede llegar a correr muchísimo, y gasta poco también a lo mejor. Joder, tú pega de 90, ¿Cómo sacamos todo?
I'm sorry.
It happens! Just watch where you're going next time.
A ver, ahora en un momento porque está colando. Esto. Vale, vale.
Here, Mutt. Nice and slow. You silly doggy. Excuse me. I'm sorry. God bless.
Greetings to you, friend.
You have a kind master, eh, Mutt?
That looks like it's almost done.
My respects.
Slowly. Nice and slow. Quick! Go! Quick! Go! Go! Whoa! Whoa!
Jesus Christ be praised.
Are you sure it's me you're waiting for?
You and...
Are you confusing?
Oh no, I had a dream about you, and you looked exactly...
Do we know each?
No, we don't.
What do you mean?
I dreamt about you on St. John's Eve, and then again a few more times.
Well, all right.
What do you think?
A groom? It's a little hasty for my liking when I've never seen you before in my life.
That is of no matter. See, on St. John's Eve, all us village girls floated wreaths. Hannah's bobbed its way to the other bank. Eliza's fell to pieces, but mine floated the furthest of all. And then that night, I dreamt of you.
What was that you said about wreaths?
You're not from around these parts, are you? Me and the girls release them on the water every St. John's Eve. If your wreath reaches the other side, it means you will soon be married. But if it sinks or breaks up, yours will be, and mine got swept downstream to who?
And that means...
When I wed, my husband will take me away from here.
You say you dreamt...
And more than once at that. But the first time was on St.
Does it now?
That it will come true. I picked 9 flowers at night, put them...
Thanks for the explanation. I don't want to dampen your spirits, but...
But... my dreams.
And if you are to marry away from here, It probably shouldn't be to...
I'm not saying he has to be from far away. Kutenberg would be enough for me.
I'm not a city lad. I'm from Skalitz.
Skalitz? You're a villager? Well, it certainly couldn't have been you I was dreaming of. I bid you safe travel. Skalitz, he says.
Será
What
puto.
a woeful sight.
Go! 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 God! Quick! God! Interesting. Quick! Go! Go! God! Go! God! 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 Go! Quick! Go! God! Quick! Quick! God!
You won't believe this. A whole village burnt to the ground. Hell on earth. Just a few days' walk from here. You have to hear this. It's Silver Skalitz, they say.
My respects.
Still hurts.
Grüß Gott.
What's going on around?
Well, I do not know. Aber was soll's. I have this problem with this one vagrant woman.
A woman, you say?
Yeah, das stimmt. A woman. She just showed up here and started making trouble for me.
Is she stealing, or what?
Nein, worse than that. My wife thinks I'm having an affair with her.
A jealous woman.
Ja, das ist richtig. But my wife took it the wrong way. Or maybe it looked like I was feeling her up from a distance. Ich weiß es nicht.
Ah, I understand. So you want me to help you?
Was? Nein. I mean, I do not know. Actually,
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right.
If you're a good craftsman, try asking at the construction. Krishan was looking for some laborers here.
And where might I find this?
Er ist here in der Festung, in the local fortress. You'll find him easily enough. He is a mountain of a man. Zum Abschluss, I have some advice. It isn't easy to talk about this, but you should. A bunch of black guards from the Hungarian camp have occupied an abandoned barn not far from here. They rob and steal. Nothing sacred to them. And they've...
I came across him. A complete...
Tja, und wer weiß, if they even buried the... Am besten, if you simply keep away from...
I know who you're talking about, but why doesn't the local bailiff do...
Because even though they are certainly deserters, they still wear Hungarian colors, and the people here are scared to death of...
Are you begging?
No, I'm waiting here for my prince to come. He should be here any moment now with his entourage.
Well, it's good you still have a sense of humour left.
Well, that's about all I have left. As you can see, I'm not exactly faring all that well lately.
Few people are these days. I'm Henry.
Margaret, wait, I know you. Of course. You helped me get out of that locked shed. Do you remember?
From a shed?
At the mill. You saved me from the miller.
That was you? I didn't recognise you at all.
What a coincidence. It's a small...
No.
What's wrong?
Nothing. It's just now I know why you were locked up there. The miller told me what happened, how you robbed him there.
No.
That old man brought the catchpole, and they wanted to blame it all on me. If I hadn't have talked myself out of it, they might have even hanged me.
I'm really sorry about that, Henry. I apologise. I didn't want you to get into any trouble.
Oh, aye. You just used me so you could get away.
There was nothing else I could do. I had to rob him. Please, let me... I didn't do it for myself.
Yeah, let's hear it then.
I had a very good friend, Aneshka. We served together in that mill you saved me from, but then something horrible happened. The miller couldn't keep his hands off her, but she kept refusing him, except for one time. In short, that pig got her pregnant.
I hope it was out of love.
It definitely was not. And as soon as he said he's not going to support another hungry mouth, and he drove Aneshka out of the mill, even though she was with child. The poor girl had nowhere to... I tried to help her. I brought her food, but so I'd flee the mill and follow her. And on the way, but he caught me.
And I was...
I'm sorry I lied.
All right, then you took... But I still don't understand why you're begging here.
They're both gone. This gang attacked me on the way. They took everything I had, and that kind soul...
It's a good thing we have that. And Aneshka?
I don't know where she is. I couldn't find her where she... I have to find a proper pile of coin, and I'll go... I'm fond of her, and I don't...
Well, that'll...
It's the best I can do, but... Now, maybe you could help me.
Well, wouldn't it be better if you found... It'd certainly bring you more than these arms.
Do you think I haven't tried? But things always end up the same. I didn't exactly endear myself to the master of the house, so he beat me and threw me out. So if I have to choose between going to whore myself in some baths, being beaten up, or begging for alms, I'll take the alms.
What's your plan?
I want to rob a certain merchant in Kuttenberg. I can't sleep when I think about what he did and how he...
Can't you give the thieving?
If you knew what he did, you wouldn't be so hard on me. The bastard doesn't deserve any...
Go on then.
He poisoned his wife to marry a younger one. And no one will ever be able to prove it, and he'll never face punishment because no one knows about it. Except me. But we can hoodwink him together, so he'll be happy to pay us. If you throw your lot in with me, I'll explain everything to you.
How do you know he killed?
Because he got that deadly poison he gave her to drink from that herbalist who was taking care of. He just strolled in there one day and threatened to burn the hut down. What could the poor woman...
What poison was it?
Not with this one. That's what made it... I don't know what it's called, but she said there aren't many people who know how to brew it. The herbalist told me she made it weaker on purpose, but it still was enough.
Well, you'll have to give me... What do you want to do?
He killed her for money, so just like every bloke, he's a whoremonger and his new wife found out about it. Now I've heard she's made his life a living hell, so he won't even say a word and will make use. I'll go to him and tell him and he'll be glad to pay, so I'll disappear and won't destroy his...
You...
Not a chance. I'd rather die a virgin than have anything to do with...
Then how do you want to convince him you're expecting his child?
That's where you come in. I've heard there's some decoction or potion that puts a person to sleep. We'll pour it in his drink and make it look like he got drunk and I spent a passionate... He won't remember anything. And what's more... God grant you help.
Hey, if he has coin...
That's not... Trust me, I've thought this over. If he thinks it's all his own mess, that'd destroy his reputation.
Fine.
First, I need to find some... I have to look like an upright townswoman, because even that...
Fine. I'll try to find some...
Then we need some sleeping potion I don't really know what it looks like, but it...
You mean like...
You're certainly well... You hold on to it, but...
Of course.
Now, the most important thing. That merchant struts around with his nose in the air. That charismatic, well, he has to believe you've got a bulging then he'll be...
From what I hear, it sounds like there's lots of things. We'll be lucky to get any...
Now, Henry, I know we don't know each other that well, but if you do what I tell you, it'll work out. I'll give you some. This ring belonged to my dear late... You keep it and return it to me when we split the money and you... I want you to know you...
Well...
I know this plan will work. As soon as you have... For the love of Christ!
What can I do?
I'd like to...
Certainly.
I'd like to get...
My girls.
What I really need right now...
Excellent.
Let's talk about...
Certainly. Excellent.
Hi. You definitely know what you're doing. I'd be happy to see you again, but I'm not giving you a discount. It wasn't that good. I'll be right with you.
God! Quick! Quick!
caravan attacked so close to the city? It really isn't very safe around here. Ka! Go! Ka! Ka! Go! Quick! Quick! Quick!
What? Hey, you!
Yes?
How about stretching those limbs and getting some light exercise? Shall we spar? Who's this that chance has brought my... I'm Peter.
I'm Henry.
Forgive me, but you don't look...
That I am not.
It's just when you say of Skalitz, it has a noble...
Well, it's just my way of saying I'm not from these parts. Besides, my name doesn't hold a candle to yours, Hornet. How did you come by such a moniker?
After a fight, my opponents say the blows I give them are right stingers. Want to see for yourself?
You roam the world challenging random passers-by to duels.
Exactly.
Is that how you make a living?
Ah, I move from village to village, and people pay. Sometimes I'm asked to lug some stuff. Occasionally, I get to intimidate wretches as long as I'm...
You enjoy scaring people?
I've nothing against them after that.
A mountain of muscle.
Exactly. And there's no harm in pitting your fighting. So...
What are the...
I have two. One. Always two. Don't...
Pretty simple.
Exact. Take a sword, a mace, whatever you fancy. But no bows or any of that.
A shield?
Yeah, sure. We stop.
All right. Let's do it.
Exact. What are we fighting?
I have a proposition. If you win, if I win...
I can tell you how to improve your stamina.
That's my...
Ha!
That was a good fight.
Good. Very good. Perhaps I'll have better luck next. So, it's a good idea. This may sound like cheap advice.
I'll bear that in mind.
Christ's wounds! Watch out for that horse. Where are you headed? Come back. We need to talk.
Hey, you!
Easy, good
The
horse.
description of a woman we're supposed to detain. Watch where you're going.
like it, doesn't it? It sure does.
Come to learn the art of swordsmanship.
Schönen Tag. Was willst du, mein Herr?
So, you finally got your way, eh, Menhard?
Ja, ja. It is a great feeling after all the effort. It is to a large extent your doing, Heinrich. Vielen Dank nochmal. In token of our thanks, recognition and Freundschaft, I wish to make you a gift of this Langschwert, which I received from my Meister in Frankfurt on the day I too became a Meister.
My word. Thanks a lot, Menhard. This is a great honor for me.
You have earned it. Do not lose this Schwert or bring shame on it.
You can count on me.
And that is not all. Listen well. I also agreed with Friedrich that we will do things richtig. In Kuttenberg, we will hold a great and glorious tourney every week. Offensichtlich, as I promised you, I can teach you the art of sword fighting from now on. I show you Meistertechnique of handling Langschwert. Then Arne show you the basic teachings of combat stance. Arne learned a lot from me and mastered also other weapons than the Langschwert. He has much to teach you too.
A tourney? That sounds...
Genau. It will, if you want to join, come to mir. I write it will be good.
The art of sword...
Alles. Langschwert.
I'd love to...
Good. Do not be proud. Be modest. Pride will... And since you are in our Bruderschaft, I will...
What about Arne?
Gut, Heinrich. Gut. The local Arne's Eye all right.
I'm glad to hear. Thanks for everything.
Gut. Auf Wiedersehen, mein Herr.
Nice.
Por poco, ahora. Cabrón.
¿Qué dices? ¿Qué estás comiendo ya?
Una tortita de maíz, de arroz,
No te hará nada de falta la tortita.
tortitas,
Nada mejor con tortón.
cabrón.
A ver.
¿Qué de cena?
No, you don't.
Schönen Tag. I see you're on your...
Ja,
Yeah.
What about the eye?
Good, Heinrich. I see the world with new eyes now. Healing skill of Master Ibicus is great. And I think my injury teach me...
Those are wise words, but it wouldn't be a bad idea to get a proper helmet.
Naja. When
I'd like you to...
Kein Problem, man. We have to make a living.
Pero que mira la espada más la vamos a hacer.
All done.
Christ! I'm hit!
You alright? Oh, but tell me.
That should do it.
Otherwise, I'd be a head lighter. Christ be praised.
My respect.
A ver, ¿dónde voy ahora?
Oh, yes.
Easy. Good horse.
Good men, so you can avoid danger. Hear what I say about the challenges.
Hey!
Fountain?
You nearly ran into me!
Where does the water come from? Here, in the middle of the city.
¿Qué te pasa, Rey? Me voy a poner aquí los mandos. Me tomó para atrás. Un poquito más
Gepriesen sei der. What do you need?
Show me your where.
Bien, tienes carne para comer, machote. Te doy un poco de comidita, ¿no? Que te la dé tu puta madre. Cabrón. Vaya barca bonita que tenemos, ¿vale? A ver, voy a buscar dónde está. La primer cueva azul. No, cuevas Mariano. Primer artefacto. A ver, ¿qué historia hace? Zora, cabrón.
Dime.
Bonito. Dime algo bonito, joder.
Joder, estamos para cosas bonitas.
Joder. Hola, mi amor. Yo qué sé, algo así.
Hola, mi amor.
Tengo que estar contigo. Estoy cansado. Estoy hecho un lío.
Danke und viel Glück für die Zukunft, mein Herr.
What am I supposed to do then? You should go.
Para Borcente. ¿Por qué todos son panchitos los más listos de internet?
Vamos a ver los panchos.
Vale, aquí lo tengo. Coordenada. ¿Esto dónde es, amigo mío?
No llevo mierda encima.
Artefacto de inmensidad. Coordenadas. Sí, a ver. El de la inmensidad. Meditamos. No, quiero por ese artefacto.
See the priest. Nobody else can help you.
Oh, easy. Nice and slow.
Someone's been pampering this.
De verdad que bobado, sí. A ver, Pepe. Necesito unos ranchos. Pues para llevar por si acaso, ¿sabes? A ver, tranquilo. Te voy a quitar de aquí el barco. No he podido. Ah, claro, claro, claro. El rin.
Go! Whoa! Whoa!
Al corral de los chicos.
You silly boy.
No sé si habrá visto que
You said you could.
If you ask,
Very well.
that depends, or if you prefer action, but I can't.
Could you teach?
Of course, but I can't.
¿Alguien lo sabe? ¿Has dicho cemento? ¿Tienes con tomate? ¿Lo sacas el tomate? ¿Para qué? Tengo 2700 puntos, macho, por la primera. Tocino añejo, cabrón.
Excuse me.
Rin, rin.
have you in?
Look, just drop it, will you? Gossiping about it won't do anyone any good.
You think I'll blurt it out to the first person I meet?
No, I just want to be sure nobody finds out. You never know.
Here you go. Take it.
Farewell for now.
See you around then. God bless you, sir.
Pure il 40. Sì, signor, vedi, prendendo lancio sale lancio. Mi scofano. Se sabes todos los comandos. Se sabes todos los comandos.
Why is it so cold and...
What do you think of...
What do I know? She's quite... A man has to be... Think of the poor...
Cemento.
How do you feel?
What did you...
How...
C'est terrible, mon ami! When I am alive!
Kubienka doesn't look...
Because I took the force of the blast for the...
Aha. How do you...
Intuition, mon...
Not now! I can't hear a bloody thing!
Why?
Any idea...
Another madcap scheme, most likely. What else? That's all we ever seem to do, in case you hadn't noticed.
Sometimes I ask myself what me and Capon have got ourselves in.
I tell you what you've got yourselves into.
What do you think about Malashov? We were done.
Unlike the villagers, I don't even want to know how many you left lying dead.
Well...
That's what you men always say. Better them than us. But what? What? You lot slaughtered...
I couldn't do anything.
Sure. No one can ever do anything. You're just following orders. But the dead don't care. Sometimes I wonder if we're any better.
What animals?
Leave me be. Go.
I'd like to learn...
What would you like to know?
Es que yo soy más de tío Ley. El gancho se tira con la ballesta o con el balleste.
I'll sort you out nicely.
Lo pierdo.
My respects.
I'm sorry.
Bueno, pues estamos listos para ir a por el acceso.
I'm not sure what to think of Malashov.
You can't get over that burn down.
After Scarlet.
Do you see the devil repenting and asking God for forgiveness? Look, I know you probably imagined yourself and believe me, that's exactly what we're doing. It's just not as simple and honorable as we'd like it to be.
So?
We were waiting for you, and a bloody long time too! We were just about to start without you, but...
Welcome to Sukdol, Lord von Berghoff. Despite the circumstances that brought you here.
It is an honor, Peter. Compared to what I had to endure from Zizka and Kunstadt, your good manners are a welcome change.
I'll do my best to make your, involuntary stay no more inconvenient than it has to be.
Aren't you being a bit too welcoming, Sir Peter?
Just what I was thinking. Fuck that bollocks! He's a captive, not some busty wench. He's only alive to squeal what he knows. It'd be quicker if I just beat it out of him.
Hold your horses. He's a noble and Sigismund's right hand. If we torture him, he'll be no use to us as a hostage.
That's true. Even though I'd be only too happy to settle scores with him.
Why the fuck should I care about that?
When it comes down to it, the word of a nobleman is an oath before God. Even the devil must respect that.
Fuck this shit. The longer I listen to this bastards, the more my fists itch.
¿Te vale con cuál? Escúchame, que tengo un 14.
You do know that I am...
Shut your trap, Otto. Right now you're nothing. You lost most of your men at Rabos, and the rest croaked to meet at Malashov. So what do you have? A nice coat?
Do you really think Sigismund made me his chamberlain because of my soldiers? Or to have someone to...
Shut up, damn it! We're asking the questions.
Really? Then why have I not heard a single... And what a shame. I am a pragmatic man. And I'm sure we can work something out.
He's right. Apart from von Aulitz, he's Sigismund's closest man. He knows everything. We should try it the peaceful way first.
You're buying that? When he gets here, they can yap till doomsday for all I care. But now we just don't...
Jobst wants to come back here. After he got away from us by the skin of his teeth?
Well, he has to show Sigismund our army up close.
So it's true. I couldn't believe the Margrave had finally made a move. I thought he would never march into...
See? Fortune is turning her back on you people. A pragmatic man like you ought to reckon if you help us, the Margrave will remember you for it. And will also let bygones be bygones.
You're getting ahead of yourself a bit, boy. The crown is still firmly on Sigismund's head.
¿Qué?
And the Jobst won't find it easy to wrest it off him. Although,
No,
I expect you
come hasta
people have
mañana.
no idea of the situation Sigismund is in right
Que ya no se come hasta
now.
mañana.
What
Toda la
situation
comida
is
del día ya
he
tiene que estar hechas a estas horas.
So, a sensible person should seize every opportunity
Claro, Allah
that presents
No, el Ramadán es al revés, la comen ahora. ¿qué
And I am
cojones?
eminently sensible. Lord Capon.
Yes?
When you came to Trotsky, you were carrying a message with an offer.
Exactly.
I think it is time.
A wise decision, sir.
But suspicious. Why the sudden...
You think I'm some villain, don't you? But I have only ever wanted what is best, believe me. What is best for this country, for my loyal supporters, and, naturally, for myself. And it appears that Sigismund is no longer what is best. The army is not getting paid, morale is poor, and the Kuttenberg miners are rebelling.
I see. The butcher's on his way, so you want...
Naturally. And together we can even set fire to this pigsty, as you put it. If you...
I'm all ear.
The last straw Sigismund is grasping is the royal treasury at the Italian court. If he were to lose his silver, he wouldn't be able to pay his soldiers and would have to withdraw to Hungary.
We're supposed to rob the Italian court.
The most secure place in the town?
Of course! And while you're there, you can also free the lords captured at Raborz.
My father.
Lord Pisek, as the former mint master, you must surely know of some way to sneak in.
There is no way. The court's an impregnable...
Really? What about tunneling in? There are hundreds of tunnels beneath this...
That's total... There might be some passageway leading there, but no one knows those old tunnels. Besides, they might collapse at any time.
That can also happen when you try to make a horse drunk. What's with this tunnel?
There's a whole labyrinth of tunnels under the city. You'd have to dig from inside the treasury to find the one you want. And where they all lead to, God alone knows.
God and me.
Oh, pardon me, Milady.
Not all young noblewomen devote their days to embroidery, Sir Peter. I look after Father's documents, and I know all about the plans of the passageways beneath our palace. St. James's Church owes its existence in part to the generous donations of the Routards. So in the past we had a secret underground entrance built into its crypts, and St. James's is right next to the Italian court.
A handy escape route from the palace, eh? If you don't mind crawling.
In short, you can theoretically walk directly from Routard Palace to the Italian court.
Sure. That is, after breaking through the walls that separate the crypt from the tunnel, and the tunnel from the cellars.
By Christ.
That sounds almost too good to be true. With a bit of luck, we'll get to the cellars of the court.
What do you think? The guards will come down on you and it'll all be over.
So we need someone who can help us on the inside. Someone who'll...
What about Ulrich Vavak? If we threaten...
Most importantly, he's got the Mint Master's key. You'll need, but I wouldn't advise you to rely on the help of that sycophant of Sigismund.
Nor would I. Couldn't your brother help us instead?
Christian? He can be hard to deal with sometimes. He'd be taking a big risk, and besides, he doesn't have the Mint... I'm afraid Vavak's your own...
There is one...
Oh?
Perhaps you have heard about the expected arrival here of a rare visitor.
Who?
The very...
What the fuck are you talking about?
Well then, a papal legate is on his way to the town directly from Rome. He's cut...
What's that got to do?
Where would he be received except at the Italian... No one knows them. No one has ever seen them. And very few understand their language. They might as well be volunteering for you to take their place.
Well, bugger me. This is...
What? What do you mean, take their place?
Why not? I had a feeling you were not concerned about a few corpses. At Malashov, you slaughtered the whole village.
Jesus, get a grip, fellas. Do you want to burn in hell? Calm down. We'll just lock the Pope's lackey up for a bit, and once we've got the silver, we'll let him go again. St. Joseph, cover them.
Where will we find that?
He's staying in Lorette, at the vineyard. He's got the use of the whole place for himself and his escort. I don't know how many there are.
Good. We'll send Catherine there to have a look.
And then we'll bust in there and cause a bit of a fuss, so he doesn't get any stupid ideas.
Is there no other way to solve it?
Gentlemen, the legate is a man of the cloth, like me. I know Latin, and even a bit of Italian too, as it happens. I could explain to him what we need.
Maybe he'll tell us to kiss his ass.
Sir Hinek, never underestimate the power of sweet words.
It's true, none of us would be very convincing, isn't it? It'd be better if he made him take us with him, as his ret.
Estoy lleno de cuadros y tal. Dicen aquí normalmente te tiras unas 4 o 5 horas.
Let's say we get...
That's why we mustn't let him out of our sight. Godwin will take care of that.
Me?
You said you spoke Italian, didn't you? If he starts squealing...
May God look the...
Meanwhile, the rest of us will have to deal with the guards inside, prepare the ground for digging, and open the treasure.
That's damned risk.
No one will be expecting us. As long as we don't make a ruckus too soon, it'll all be over. And the whole place will be ours before...
What if the legate refused?
Well, we can always beat him up. Take his clothes and let someone else put them up. Like Godwin, eh?
Hold on. I'm not going to play the jest.
Nobody's asking you to. We'll work on the legate so he agrees to take us in with him.
But what do we do with the legate?
Lock them up at the Devil's Den. One of our men can guard them there.
A couple more peculiar fellas blabbering nonsense won't look out of place there in the...
All right.
Agreed then. We'll try gentle persuasion to begin with. Henry, you go to the town and squeeze anything that could help us out of Vavak.
Most importantly, get that key from him.
Then wait for us at Rotard Palace, where we'll set up our base. We'll get there first thing in the morning.
And how are you going to get inside? The palace will be closed and may be guarded. I don't expect you want to march through the main entrance, where everyone can see you, and break the gate down while you're at it.
That's true, milady.
There's not only a passageway to the church, but also down to the river. I know it like the back of my hand. I could show Henry the way.
No offense, my lady, but you'll be safe.
She's coming with me.
Do you want to get into the court? Then you need root.
All right, and no dawdling.
That's that.
Aren't we making a mistake?
Yeah.
It's extremely dangerous.
If we're to succeed, I forbid you to have such thoughts, are we clear?
All right, we better get to work. We've got to...
What did you think?
Oh, well, no, so you ask me.
Isn't it strange how von Berghoff's...
Not really. He's a selfish...
Is there any chance we could actually pull off this?
If everyone does what they're told, then...
But what if the plan...
I won't lie. There's a very high chance and if it does, we'll all be praying...
You're not serious about praying for a...
You fucking bet I am. Getting caught with Sigismund's silver in our clutches would be the beginning of a very long and fucking painful journey to the afterlife.
What will you do when me and Lady...
We need to fix ourselves up. We also need to work out some deep...
Such as?
That Rutard passageway will help us. But it's only the first... We need to know how the court runs, and then what we'll load... And, just in case...
What will happen to von...
What do you think? He'll stay here. Pisek, well, he may not be as pretty as Rutard's daughter, but he...
I beg your pardon, I'm asking.
If it's mercenary work, you'll have... God be with you.
Samuel will pull through. But Berta won't survive the night.
Did you hear what was...
Of course. But I don't even have the will to shake my...
Is there something you don't like about...
Don't like? You lot have gone mad. First, you bring von Berghoff here in shackles. Then you let him put a flea in your ears about how to outsmart the king? And now you want to walk right into his people's clutches? Have you taken leave of your senses, for Christ's sake?
You make it sound like things were different before with Zizka.
You bet your ass it was different. He didn't act like a fool, and only took actions that could
You've lived through more...
What about it? Actually, I'd say it was a success.
What do you mean by that?
Look, I've seen all kinds of things. Villages torched to the ground, plundering, but that doesn't mean I took part in it.
But we're at war.
Don't try lecturing me, lad. I was out fighting when you were still just a twinkle in Radz. I don't intend to preach about morals. But there's one thing you ought to know. There's a...
Sí, claro.
¿Te puedo arrastrar o no? Es que estoy viendo ahí. 63, pues me estoy acercando, ¿eh? Pero no sé dónde será. No. Ahora mismo estamos
At your service, sir.
Vamos bien, vamos bien, vamos bien. 15-2. Debe seguir hacia la izquierda un poco.
It looks like the two of us will be going to...
Lucky...
Aren't you looking for...
You're observing...
He didn't come to...
No. And that really suited... After what you did to Malashov, we may have lost everything we had.
How do we even get inside?
At midnight, you climb onto the battlements, turn on your heel 3 times, say the magic formula.
What?
I've told you, haven't I? Via the...
Are you ready to go?
There's no point.
All right.
Well, here we are. I'm not keen on going into that darkness.
Are you afraid?
Of the dark? Me?
Well...
Usually there's only a small trickle running through here. The water must have risen.
I'll be careful not to fall into the water. Those servants might think there's a water sprite crawling out of their cellar.
Watch your tongue, so this water sprite doesn't drag you under.
What, in this gully? It'd hardly come up to my heart. Backside.
Why don't you give it a try, eh? Startled me. Anyway, what's Lord Capon's problem with underground passageways? When I mentioned it at Sukdol, he looked like he was about to faint.
Well, when we were defending the Barkov, he got buried under the rubble from a demolished tower.
Oh my god!
He was lucky to survive it. I still remember him calling for help. He was scared to death. There was nothing we could do. That's when he was captured by von Berghoff. Since then, he's not comfortable with tight spaces.
Sorry, I was a silly goose to bring it up.
Vale. Gritad bajito, como si nos quisiéramos oír. No he tenido que pegar una bronca a los del bar. Han caído todos de golpe.
¿A los del bar?
Están hablando muy fuerte y empieza a pegar yo aplausos fuertes. Se me giran y yo...
Well, we have to get to the other side somehow.
Han dicho, vale.
Everything all right?
No. Don't you see how deep it is ahead of us?
I hope you don't expect...
I most certainly... Unless you want to prove to me that you...
Well...
Don't worry, though. I'm not some... What's the hurry? I've got plenty of... Is that how you carry a lady, you oaf?
Don't complain. No one ever taught me how to do it.
And it shows. Oof. Be careful.
It's just a short way. Hang on.
Oof. Well, you could have been gentler, but I suppose I should be glad you got me here in one piece.
Por allí, por aquí. Aquí, cuando tengas que atacar un pueblo, no mates a todos los habitantes porque ahora la gente te odia. Por carnicero.
I hear voices. Looks like we've got company.
No.
And not welcome company, I reckon.
Diferente manera de hacerlo y una manera es matar a todos los que hay en el pueblo. Y no es la
yo
mejor.
maté a todos los de... ¿Recuerdas? Los del pueblo ese que no me quería.
Sí, no, aquí no es que te querían, es una misión.
Ah, vale.
Una misión que te dicen... te dan la opción de hacerlo de diferentes maneras. Y una opción es acuchilladas.
¿Y esa no?
¿Y esa no?
Look at all this mess.
Porque ahora,
I can hardly recognize this place.
This doesn't look like the work of Avax people.
Yo tengo una marca en el cuello.
More like city rabble.
Pero tú no eres el que lo hace.
They're acting like they own the place.
Es otro que es el que dice, no, vamos a matarlos a todos. Tú puedes o apoyarle
We
o
must
decir,
get rid of them.
Solo por apoyarle ya eres el carnicero.
Sí, tú eres el carnicero también.
What do you mean?
You killed most of von Bergoff's garrison at Malashov.
My. What's the difference between those rag...
But this is our home.
Aquí, en el coche este, que lo sepa.
Folk who have nowhere to lay their heads and nothing to eat aren't much interested in the troubles of the rich.
You're right, but they can't stay here either.
¿Cómo se llama? Un dicho del difunto Ken Block. ¿Te acuerdas de Ken Block?
So I'm supposed to...
Yes, that scum has no right to defile this place with their presence. It's our home, our property.
Which means...
If we want to be sure they...
We don't even know who...
I know, but...
So you want me to get rid of them?
Don't you worry. You don't have to hold my hand. Do you see this ivy here? It goes all the way up to the window of my chamber. I bet that riffraff didn't... If I climb up there, I can cover you from above. Just in case.
If you say...
All right.
Right then. Here we go. I hope Rosa can aim well.
¡Dios! ¡Qué barbaridad es esto! Y ahora tú cuando vengan en el chaleco.
Que si quieres... No me digas nada.
Lo voy a tener que hacer porque... Para lo que es el asiento va bien sentirlo en el culo, pero la espalda...
There's someone there.
You're not supposed to be here, scum. But, since I'm in a good mood, I'll let you live if you get out right now.
Did you hear that? He'll let us live.
You're a dead man! Sucker. Rosa? Could you...
Take that, you shit!
Rosa!
What do you want?
Oliver! I'm wounded! Show your stuff!
Are you alright?
I am. For now. Are you all right, Henry? I think I hit one too.
You're a good shot.
Thanks.
Is something wrong?
Someone's trying to break through.
Oh, damn it.
Be careful.
Load your crossbow.
I barricaded the door. I'm...
Oh, what a mess.
Show what you're made of!
Little pigs! Little pigs!
What was that?
Rosa? It's me.
Henry, are you all right?
I'm in one piece.
Are they gone? All of them?
Aye. It's over.
All right. I'll let you in.
No hay nada.
You can come in now.
Aquí hay un artefacto. Artefacto. Ya verás como la lava. Creo que te la voy a encontrar, ¿no? ¿Tú qué tal te orientas, machote?
So...
It doesn't feel much
Alexa,
like home
ten on
anymore.
the TV lamp.
They were behaving like animals in here.
Te tiraste esto ahí abajo.
Don't worry about the mess. Our boys will happily clean up once they get here. We owe you that.
That's nice. But no one can get back my mother's silver. And my books.
Right.
That's true. You know, Henry, if everything were to go wrong at the Italian court, would you still try to rescue my father?
The lives of allies are obviously the most valuable asset to us. Without...
Not to mention, it wouldn't...
Don't worry.
Or not at all.
Voy para dónde estás. No sé dónde estás. Voy arriba.
Are you mad at me because of what happened?
Am I mad? That you wouldn't stoop to the level of those...
What exactly is your problem with just...
They're monsters. I don't trust them.
But you can...
So tell me what I'm supposed to think when you looked on without a word. And not just looked on. You actually joined in those...
I'm sorry I let you...
That's a good start.
An apology is hardly...
Thank you. If you get the king's silver, my father and I will have to hide. Leave the region, go somewhere out of Sigismund's men, and you and I will...
I won't let you go away.
Is that so?
I'll even tell Sigismund. Run back to Hungary.
That all sounds very nice. But there's no...
Pues subimos por esa de la derecha. Ok. Luego podemos tirar para atrás y tirar para adelante, ¿no? Okay. Si no te gusta. Tú eres el explorador.
You'll be all right.
Joder, cómo está el pato, primo.
Me he ligado a la pelirroja,
My
Bucky.
clap you in irons for that.
Bórrame. Ah, eso no lo conocerás todavía.
And for this.
También he visto una foto tuya de una orgía.
La orgía es la de cuando abres el puticlub. Cuando ayudas a la del puticlub. Esa es la orgía.
Now a lady should be carried.
Where to, ma'am? I don't see any rivers, ditches, or puddles to cross.
Sí, del pueblo, para que vaya, ¿no?
Dami castitatem e continentiam, sed non le moro. Forward, Sir Knight.
Oye, yo creo que me inviten a abrir un boticlub en la vida real.
Coño, me van a banear de Twitch, que se le ve el culo al Henry aquí. Y las tetas a la otra. ¡Hostia! ¡Me banean!
¿Ah, que estás
Pues no.
twitcheando tú?
Claro, es que digo, quería probar para twitchear, para luego subirlo al YouTube y guardar el... ¿Cuándo juega el Henry? Pues en este año. Sí que lo he puesto hoy. 6 horas follando con ella, madre mía.
Esto me suena.
Pues eso es, aprovecha que luego...
Tía Henry, menuda máquina.
Oh, Christ.
En carne viva se ha levantado con
Is
ella.
it morning already? Ziska and the others will most likely be here by now. I should go and have a look. About that,
What about it?
I thought
Do you think there's any...
well,
Nothing. I'm Lord Rutard's daughter. Our names... When my pa is free and an opportunity presents itself...
and what if your
What exactly would he...
that his daughter is no longer...
Someone would have to tell him first. And I'm not exactly going to boast about...
Don't worry.
Thank you. Although, our plan may very well fail. And why throw something nice away prematurely? You know.
Well,
Pues me ha utilizado, qué hija de puta. Que yo me quería casar a ver si me hacía noble, pero no hay huevos.
A ver si te hacía noble.
No, claro, era una noble, digo, está... Coño, he bajado en gallumbos aquí abajo y está todo el mundo. Perdón, me voy a vestir.
Sí, pues como en la boda. A mí me pasó eso en la boda.
No me
Dice,
jodas,
por
este
favor,
que
Víctor,
traje.
y yo, perdón.
Pero joder, además era el traje de armadura que era con el que iba. A ver, vuélvelo a poner todo. Que esto que llevaba.
Sí, cógelo, a ver. Pero ese no es. Eso no es, yo creo. ¿Qué pone? No, este es de putrefacción, yo creo. Ahora he dicho de fuerza, ¿eh? No sé si eso. De fuerte.
Que me he encontrado un traje de esto, ¿cómo se llama? De cruzado. Y le llevo puesto. Lo de arriba, ¿sabes?
Sí. Hola. Hola. Hija de puta. Hola. Hola. ¿Qué queréis? ¿Que venga Pepe a pegarlo?
Me lo he puesto ya todo. Bueno, me faltan.
A ver, estas son así. Por aquí. Y allí está aquello, ¿eh? Estas son aquí. Por acá. Por acá, hijo de perra.
Ah, mira, le gana al Gilmour. Joder, a mí.
Y que no vayan.
Te saca 5 segundos. Bonito.
Venga, por aquí, Pepe. Vamos a ver si por ahí, por aquella casa no se puede ir, ¿no?
No sé, podemos seguir el camino.
¿Y cuál es el camino?
Por ejemplo, aquí hay una antorcha. Yo por aquí buscaría.
No, pero ahí no había nada. Tiene que haber bastante de construcción, ¿sabes? Bastante, una sala grande con monolitos. Parecida a esta, pero con más cosas.
Oye, el Nito, ¿qué dice?
A lo mejor es para atrás.
Igual. Vamos a ver qué no hay aquí más para adelante, que se puede ir por aquí.
Nadie se ha debido dar cuenta de que me acaba de follar ahora Salinamento.
Greetings, elegant monsieur. You look almost as good as me, and that is no small compliment.
I have the best role model. Thanks.
De rien.
Otra sala, por alguna otra sala.
Joder, tío, qué poco,
I see you're already here.
No, it's credit where credit's due. He really helped in Malishov. That hit to the gate came at just the right time. We'd have dropped, but sometimes I feel like letting something blow up next to my head too, just so as not to have to. I'd be more interested in hearing what happened here yesterday. When we got here, it was like a pigsty.
Some local beggars set up a lair in here.
What about Rosa? Doesn't...
Why would she?
Mainly because you were going. She doesn't seem to like the rest of the group very much.
It's not like you're doing much to change her mind. And the way things look around here certainly didn't improve.
We may be bastards, but we're not ungrateful. Anyway, I told the men to get rid of the bodies and clean up the place a little.
Quite the contrary.
How did it go with Vavak?
Well, after everything that happened, I didn't want to leave Rosa here by herself.
I understand. But go and see him as soon as possible. We won't get anywhere without his mint.
Vale, aquí se guarda esto, porque aquí voy a parar. Este va haciendo la misión principal.
Por aquí yo creo, ¿no?
¿Qué me queda por hacer? Ah, tengo que ir a este gilipollas, al Vavak.
Coño, que me pilla doble, tío. Me meto en un radio todavía.
Tengo que hablar con esa también.
La verdad que ya nos hemos desorientado.